Good morning. I don't think people in general realize what it is like to lose their freedom. You can tell them you are going to lose your freedom and they will not understand this. See, the thing is, in many of these Western societies, people lost their freedom already. Yeah. They just don't know it. Well, some do. Yeah, some understand this. Here's some bad news for the globalists in Germany. Allegedly, 15,000 people gathered in a rally against coronavirus restrictions. They said the measures are undemocratic and a threat to freedom. And these were some of the signs. They said, we are being forced to wear a muzzle. A natural defense instead of vaccination. And we are making noise because you are stealing our freedom. And you know, people didn't wear masks. So what are you going to do about it? You're going to arrest all of them? You see the power when you reach these bigger numbers. I hope this will grow, yeah. For the sake of people, for the sake of freedom. I also have some bad news for the United States Democrats. You know, they have been talking about defunding the police. They are proposing that the police shouldn't be using tear gas and pepper spray during riots. No. Now the US Democrats, they will have their, I think it's an annual convention that they have. I think so. Or maybe it's the convention they have before the election. Something. And of course they want the police there to protect them, to make this event safe. But apparently some of the police officers and agencies, they are a bit pissed off with the Democrats. So more than 100 police agencies say that they are not willing to provide safety for this event. Yeah. I also need to talk about this because I'm quite concerned about the nationalists here in Sweden. I have to tell you, I'm concerned about them. We have this nationalist party here in Sweden called the Sweden Democrats. They got 17%, almost 18% in the last election. They are represented in Brussels. Yeah. Now, nationalists, I don't think they are anymore. Yeah. They say that they are sort of nationalists, populists. I don't think they are anymore. No. I'm very sad about this, of course. Something happened to this party. For instance, now recently the Swedish Socialist PM agreed with Brussels to send a lot of money to Spain, for instance. And people would say, yeah, this is perfectly all right. The Swedish government, they have access to a lot of money. We should send some over to Spain. Now, there is a big difference between Spain and Sweden. In Sweden, we pay very much taxes, a lot more taxes than the Spanish citizens do. And the Swedish citizens, they work longer, you know. The Spanish citizens, they retire sooner, right? So there's a big difference here. And the Spanish economy, it's been very bad, you know, long time before the corona crisis hit. You see? So I don't like it. I know a lot of people, they hate this, of course. Why should the future generations of Sweden pay Spain? You see? It sucks. But the Swedish Socialist PM, he agreed, as expected. And then there are a few politicians here in Sweden who object to this. Surprisingly few, yes. And, you know, the Nationalist Party, they should be the ones who should scream, yeah, and make a big noise about this. But they don't. And I think it's because they have been represented in Brussels now for some time. They are getting used to these extreme salaries. They don't want to upset Brussels anymore, you see. That's what I think. I know they voted against this. Yeah, they did. Here, in the Swedish parliament, they did. But it made no difference. And they were strangely silent about it. This is not a nationalist party anymore, you see. They should be looking after the Swedish citizens. The other politicians, they don't. And now they don't either. Not really. Yeah. So I'm deeply concerned. And you know, the final evidence of what happened to this party is that, you know, just a few years back and forever before that, they said that Sweden should leave the EU. But now they say, no, we shouldn't leave the EU. This is not a nationalist party. So my support, yeah, I have been supporting them over the years. Because that was the only thing we had, you see. But this is now officially ended. I don't support them. I can't. So what do we have? We have a new party. We have a few new parties, but there is one that I really like. It's very small. It started just before the last election. It's called Alternative for Sweden, and this is the party that I support now. Yeah, I voted for them in the last election. I did, and I will vote for them in the next one, which is in 2022. Yeah, this party demands that Sweden leaves the EU. Yeah. And they demand deportations. Yes. So this is the party that I support. And the Sweden Democrats, my message to you is, you have to look at this. You have to do something. You are losing it. Yeah. All right. That's all. Bye.